Hello, everybody. Mark Bruno with the Monterey Peninsula Home Team. We're with Keller Williams Coastal Estates. Just wanted to welcome you to my virtual open house of 1519 Riata Road in Pebble Beach. This is a spectacular home up on the hill right above the Pebble Beach Lodge in one of the best areas of Pebble Beach. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you here so we can look at a few things here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull up a map of where this property is. So as Pebble Beach goes, especially on the lodge side where the estate homes are located, the most expensive homes that you'll find in Pebble Beach are typically along the water here, along 17 Mile Drive. And then the second most expensive set of homes would be homes that are on the Pebble Beach golf course. And then third to that is this area right up above the lodge, which is where 1519 Riata is located. You actually can walk to the lodge from here. It's probably a 10-minute walk down the hill. I know the current owners of this house, when they were in town for the AT&T or for Car Week, would frequently walk down the hill and attend various events that are going on at the lodge and around the area. It's a great location. You're actually close enough where, Carmel is just right over here. You could walk to Carmel if you wanted to. That's a pretty good haul. This is the Pebble Beach Golf Course. So as you can see, you'd be basically walking half of the golf course to get there. And then from here, you're down by the beach. You would still have to go up into town to get to restaurants or whatever, but people do make that walk and then Uber back. So again, it's a great location, great location. So what I'm going to do is go to the MLS here. This is a substantial property. It's over 8,000 square feet, set on just over an acre lot. And it has phenomenal views of Carmel Bay, Point Lobos. You can actually see Carmel Beach from the house. You get parts of the golf course that you can see, Pebble Beach Golf Course. So the setting is fantastic. And just about every room in the house has a view. The only exceptions are the home theater room, which obviously you don't want light or anything in there. There's a workout room in the lower level. And then there are 3 powder rooms. The powder rooms don't have views. Every other room in the house has ocean views. So that's phenomenal. Most homes aren't set up that way, especially the older homes that have been remodeled. They weren't laid out with views in mind. This home was built about 12 years ago, and they did a fantastic job of siting the property on the lot and taking full advantage of the views. So as you walk in the front door to this property, this is the view that you're greeted with. It's pretty amazing. So I'm actually going to pop open a 3D tour of the property. So this is the front door and the entry. So you can see you have a 2-car garage here, another 2-car garage here you would roll in. And normally, if you were seeing this on a clear day and we weren't looking at it on video, this view right here would be of Point Lobos and Carmel, and that's blue water ocean views. Now remember, the camera that we're using sits about 3.5 feet off the ground. So normally you're a couple feet higher and it makes a big difference on the view. So anyway, we'll go in through this entry with these massive front doors, and you've got this big formal entry. And what I'm going to do is get us right over here through the living room, and you get a little better idea of what this view is like. And again, like I was telling you, the camera is low. It's just the way that these Matterport cameras set up in order to take these 3D tours. But the views are absolutely stunning, and they grab you as soon as you walk in the front door. So there's kind of a long hall for the living space up here. So if we go down the hallway, you have a sitting area, you've got kind of a formal dining area, and then there's more of like a little breakfast nook down at the end with another fireplace bookended on the other side. You've got a fantastic deck right here. And this gives you a little better idea of kind of what the view is like. So you get an idea. This house actually has natural gas pumped into heaters out here on the deck, which is really comes in handy, especially at night when things cool down and the fog rolls in. It's fantastic. Let's turn around here. We'll go into the kitchen. And just so you know, this tour is available right down below this video. There's a link that says 3D tour. There's also a virtual tour that has pictures of the property down below, and then I think a connection to the MLS information as well. So I'm going to go through this kind of quickly, but you can actually take your time and check this house out in quite a bit of detail. So here's your kitchen. It is a huge island, great kitchen. There's a dishwasher on this side. You've actually got a refrigerator here for drinks. Here's your main fridge, and it's all built-in cabinets around it, so it matches the cabinetry inside the kitchen. There's a freezer over on this side, and then there's this big Wolf range. And then, of course, you've got a coffee maker, so you can make your lattes and everything right here. And then there's a big butler's pantry with a third sink and another dishwasher, which is right here. And then you do have an actual pantry to store items. And then out here is the 2-car garage that's attached to the house that I showed you at the very beginning from the side. And then here's the main powder room for this side of the house. The powder rooms are really nice the way that they're done. This is actually solid stone. Pretty neat. The walls in here are all plaster. You can see there's big beams up above. Tons of volume in these rooms too. And the tour doesn't really do it justice because it's hard to kind of get a feel for how high these ceilings really are. But I would think this is over 20 feet high in this room here at the peak. And then there's a staircase that goes to the lower level, kind of a grand staircase here. You can see all the trim that was done. And we'll do the lower level here in a minute. I want to show you the master suite. So you've got all your living space and the master all in this one level. And there's also a great elevator. So you can see well decorated, matches the rest of the house. We actually had one of the agents come through the broker's open who didn't want to make the stairs. So I put her in the elevator, and she's a little resistant because, you know, some of the elevators in some of these older homes are not great. And she went down, came back up, and she said, "Mark, you have to tell everybody that's the best elevator that I've ever been in Pebble Beach in a residence." So it's pretty nice elevator. So here is the office. And again, you can kind of see the views through here. The lighting, you know, it was really bright the day that this was done. Nice clear day, but that doesn't always lend itself well to these 3D tours and seeing the views. Here's the master suite. And there's a little secret door on this side here. So you can see when this is closed, it just looks like a mirror and a detail on the wall. This allows you into the backside of the master closet, which is really good size. And it makes it where you don't have to walk all the way around if you want to change your shoes or if you grab a coat or something like that. And here's the master suite. So you can see there was a fireplace as we walked in. This is actually a television that's motorized and pops up in front of the bed. So at night, you know, when the views kind of disappear in the dark, you still have a television in this room if you care. And you can see here's the view. Again, it's kind of washed out, but you get the idea of what it's like from this property. It's very pretty. And again, we would be a couple feet higher looking at it, which makes a big difference, the vantage point. Here's the master bath. So there's a large stone soaking tub. And the entire house has radiant heat in it, and there's multiple zones. So you actually can turn the radiant heat on in the master bathroom by itself, and this tub will warm up with that radiant heat. Nothing worse than getting into a cold stone tub. Even with hot water, it's going to cool off really fast. You've got a heated towel rack over here as well. His and her vanities. There's a Toto toilet, a walk-in closet here. And then you've got a makeup counter. There's an interesting little feature here. There's actually a television behind this mirror that you can turn on. And then here is the master closet. So you kind of get an idea. This is a pretty good sized closet. I think we can sneak through here. No, it's not going to let us. So that is the main level of the house. So I'm going to pop out of here. And here's the kind of a dollhouse. If you want to look at the floor plan, you can play around with this in the 3D tour as well. What I'm going to do is I'll drop us in here right at the bottom of the stairs for the lower level. So the lower level, you've got a wine cellar. So you've got a window to view into the wine cellar from this side. There's a family room down here. And then there's another window over here to see inside this wine cellar, which is pretty cool. And you can get, I forget how many bottles in the wine cellar, but you can see you can get a substantial quantity of wine in the cellar here. And of course, it's air conditioned and temperature controlled and all that fun stuff. And then here's the lower level entry into the house. So you can see even from the lower level, you still have ocean views, and the property itself is beautifully landscaped. And at night, it's amazing with the lights. There's accent lights up into the oak trees and the pine trees, which is really pretty. So down at this end, you've got another powder room over here. Your elevator comes out right here. And then let's see, you've got a bedroom suite. And again, another exit out to the patio. Here's the bathroom for this suite. And there's a small walk-in closet here as well. And as we go down the hall, there's the home theater room, which is really cool. They did these murals on the wall. And this is the 18th hole at Pebble Beach painted. You can see, with some of the cars from Car Week and the Concours d'Elegance. Here's the actual hotel. And then if you look over here, there's part of this mural, and it's hard to see the way this picture was done, but right here is actually this house painted into the mural, which I thought is a really cool touch. And then here's your second suite on the lower level. And again, you've got ocean views down here as well. So most of the homes you get to, the lower levels really don't have any view. So here's your bathroom down here. And here's a shot of the room itself. So you can see the detail in the ceilings. The entire house has great, great detail done. Even in the ceilings, oops, didn't mean to go that way. You can see even downstairs, they did nice treatments to the ceilings, these coved ceilings with accent lighting. So down at the other end, there's a workout room here. And this is one of the rooms that you don't really have a view in. But if you're standing in here and you look in the mirror and this door is open, you do get a blue water view from in there. I call that a Santa Monica view, by the way. But anyway, you kind of get an idea here. Here's the ocean view from this bedroom. So this is your third suite downstairs. And this one's got a tub in it instead of a shower. Shower over the tub, I should say. And then down here at the end of the hall is really kind of a little guest house, only it's attached. So you have a totally different entry. It's a larger unit. It's got kind of a sitting area in here, so lots more space than the other bedrooms. And you've got kind of a private little area outside that's covered, which is pretty neat. And again, you can see the ocean views from down here as well. So if somebody wanted to come in, you can actually come from the lower part of the driveway in this way to this unit. So it could be, it's a great little guest unit. or caretaker's unit or something like that. And then you've got a soaking jetted tub here. The actual water comes out of the lion's mouth, which is really cool. You've got dual vanities and a walk-in shower over here as well. There's another picture of our camera. So we have a floor plan view of the property if you want. It's down here, so you can kind of check out each level. So you can select the second floor, the first floor. So here's the main level that you'd come in, where the main entry is. And then you've got a lower level down below. So that concludes the virtual open house. I know it's not as good as being there in person, but given everything that's going on with the coronavirus, it gives you a pretty good feel. And like I said, with the links right down below here, you can click on those links and you can go to this virtual tour yourself, this 3D tour, and you could spend as much time as you want in the property, checking it out and looking at every nook and cranny in there. And if you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me directly. You can contact us on the form down below. You can call me on my cell phone. That number is 831-917-8190. And that concludes my tour of 1519 Riata. Take care.